Forget it, I'm not into any more jobs.
Come on, you like helping your mates out.
Mates, yes. What would you do if a mate was getting into some major trouble?
We'll try and talk him out of it, I guess.
Yeah, but if he wanted you to do it as well, but you didn't want to because you could go down.
Well, what do you think?
Forget it, I'm not doing any more jobs.
I think you will.
Look, I'm sick of ripping people off.
Look, mate, I need you to help me. Like I said, you don't, and it'll get embarrassing. You know what I mean? People will start hearing of all the other stuff you've done.
What are you saying? You dob me in?
Don't want to do it, but
You get in trouble too.
you got more to lose. You got your lawn mowing clients, your buddies at the clinic, your mother's boss. I know it's really bad, Mrs. Harrison, but it was all his idea.
Creep! You'd say that?
Hey, it's hypothetical, man. Come on, we shouldn't be dissing one another like this. We're mates.
Yeah?
Oh, come on, man. I sussed this place out with you in mind. I know you want new gear. There's bound to be heaps. Amps, pedals, effects, maybe even a 4-track.
You reckon?
How are you going to be Axl Rose on pocket money? You need gear.
I don't know.
Oh, come on, it's cert. I told you the guy's not going to be there.
How can you be so sure?
I'll tell you, once we've done it.
I know that there's no guarantees, but there's every chance that continued chemotherapy will buy you more time.
Sorry, Doc, it's too late.
Danny, don't say that.
I'm going to catch that plane.
Surely you can postpone.
I want to see Florence with hair.
You know that that is excessive. We can control the worst side effects.
Maybe. But without being rude about your interior decoration, given the choice between blue walls and Italian masters, I know what I'd rather look at.
I have to say that it is very inadvisable to travel. It'll be exhausting and very stressful.
I don't care. I want to see those works in the original. They've been cleaning them, you know. The pictures in the books are, they're all wrong. The colours are much brighter, almost day glow. I have to see them.
You're a difficult customer.
Well, let's see Florence or die. And as we all know, my days are numbered. It's an easy choice.
Oh, well, if you're that determined, we'd better sort out some pain relief for you. Send us a postcard.
My mother seemed to think that Mrs. Harrison might be able to point me in the right direction.
Oh, how is Beverly? I haven't seen her since, well, just after Miles.
To be totally honest, she's not very well.
Oh, I'm sorry.
After Miles died, it all fell apart, really. Mum and Dad split up and Mum's business went down the drain. She just couldn't get it out of her head that Miles was gone. By the time I arrived back from London, she'd had a breakdown.
I'm so sorry.
She's recovering, slowly. They finally got round to the coroner's inquest the other day, and sitting there listening to him talking about how Miles took his own life, I couldn't help but think that there was something missing. That the whole truth wasn't being told.
Well, I'm sure everyone at the clinic did their very best for your brother.
I'm sure they did, but for my sake, and for my mother's sake, I need to ask some questions.
Well, do you think it's wise dragging all this up after so long?
All I want is peace of mind, Mrs. Nielsen. Where's the harm in that?
Are you sure you don't want someone to carry your bags for you? I mean, they wouldn't miss me.
They would. Thanks, Dom.
You look after yourself, okay?
Hey, hasta la vista, baby.
No, that'll take you far in Italy.
You know, I know loads of Italian. Cannelloni, spaghetti, Ferrari.
Oh, get out of here.
Kate, don't forget. You've got to call him. You promised.
Where's she going?
To Italy, to see the frescoes.
Wow, wow. Brave lady. Hope they have a great time together.
Rob's not going.
Why not?
She wanted to go on her own.
Poor guy. That'd be a bit of a worry for him, wouldn't it? Well, hope he's got good friends.
Leonard! How's Meredith?
Not too good. I've
Giving her something to help her sleep.
Is it really a nervous breakdown?
Kirsty, she's having a physical response to too much stress. She needs rest, that's all.
It's a real killer, stress. I used to work for this company who were into stress management. They would have a field day in this place.
Stress is a fact, you just gotta cope with it. B formula, relaxing tea?
Depends on your personality.
What? You're saying you're not stressed?
Mills always chills. I have a high cruise factor.
You could be stressed and you don't even know it. You might need help.
He does.
We could find out.
How?
Well, I know this scientific method. You want to try it?
Just call me Mr. Guinea Pig.
You can leave a message or call me at the clinic. Thank you. Hi. Trying to get started on Ray's case.
Well, that's very conscientious of you.
I spent all day phoning various support agencies, and all I get is answer phones.
Good reason for that.
What's that?
Sunday. And you're not going to get much further with that today. So why don't you start working on something a little more personal?
There's no point. She's still acting as if nothing's happening.
She's not acting anymore.
What's happened?
She was taken home. She was upset.
Well, is she all right?
Well, she seemed very depressed. I think she could do with a visit.
No, I can't.
Why not?
She won't see me.
Well, can't you at least say you're sorry?
Oi, come on.
Where's the Marshall rack? Whoa, yeah, you could do a great lead break on this.
Well, at least there's that CD player, and we'll get a bit for those discs as well.
They're classical.
So some four-eyed noodle think they're hot.
Yeah, Beethoven's greatest hits are gonna make us rich.
Hey, look, this is more like it. Grog cabinet. Look at this.
Oh, great. I feel like country and western.
So that girl in the fifth one will go for it. What's her name? Monica Throwberg.
Old throwback. She's a certified geek.
So she's rich and she plays the violin.
Come on, man, let's get out of here.
No, we're gonna make this worth our while.
Let's go.
Look, I told you he's not coming back, okay?
How do you know that?
Inside knowledge.
Where is he then?
He's in hospital having some operation at Shortland Street.
You rang?
I wanted Meredith, actually.
Well, she won't be in.
Oh, what's the matter?
She's exhausted. She needs a rest.
Don't we all? Well, I can wait till tomorrow.
She won't be in then either.
Well, it's not the flu, obviously.
Emotional burnout, we could call it.
She seemed to be coping last week.
Well, it depends on your definition of coping. I know we're short-staffed, but you have to give her time off.
I wouldn't dare disagree.
Good.
Marjorie. Now, Dr. McKenna, I've caught you.
Yes, you have, Marge.
Are you busy?
No, I'm just in here for fun. I'm about to see a patient.
Good. Good, they can wait for another 5 minutes, because this is important.
Oh?
You remember Miles Lucas?
The suicide boy.
This morning I had a visit from his sister.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Do not pass go, do not collect $200. You're a bad liar, Nick.
I was looking for a game.
We don't have games on our computer. Weird reception are too busy.
Scientifically guaranteed. I promise you, Jenny, you won't regret it.
If I had $1 for every time I've heard that. Nick, are you bothering Kirsty?
Me? Never.
Kirsty, a cosmic soul searcher, always keen to delve into the inner you. Would you like to fill out this questionnaire?
How much will it cost?
So young, so cynical. No, I'm doing this free of charge to help those around me I see suffering from stress.
I don't suffer from stress, Steve.
True, but you could be my control. That's a scientific term.
I know what control is, nerd features.
I wanted to talk to someone about the medical circumstances surrounding my brother's death. Mrs. Nielsen suggested that I start with you.
Well, of course, anything I can do, I can understand how difficult it must be for you.
Please don't patronise me, Dr. McKenna. I just want some answers.
I'm sorry, what was it in particular that you wanted to know?
Call it a lawyer's instinct, maybe, but I just can't shake this feeling that there's something missing about Miles's death. Something unexplained.
Well, that's quite understandable. It certainly must be very difficult to come to terms with the reasoning behind suicide. Perhaps you should see our social worker. He could put you onto some counselling.
I'm not seeking counselling, thank you, Dr. McKenna. I'm after medical details. In particular, why the drug that killed him wasn't detected for several hours after he was admitted.
I'm afraid I can't remember the precise details at a moment's notice.
Well, what about the doctor who treated him? Dr. Warner?
Yes, he's abroad.
Well, then there was the nurse, Alison Rayner.
She's also abroad.
Well, that's very convenient, isn't it?
Yes, well, I can assure you that the travel plans of my staff have nothing to do with your brother's death.
Is that it? Is that all you can say?
I have every confidence in my staff, and I know that they did everything they could to save Miles.
Well, then there's nothing to fear, is there? Surely there must be someone I can talk to about this. You must have records.
Yes, we do, and I'd be very happy to review them with you.
Good.
At a later date.
You're trying to fob me off, Dr. McKenna?
No, I have an appointment.
Of course you do. I apologise for taking up your valuable time.
Miss Lucas.
Would you mind letting me past?
I would, actually.
You're being foolish,
Am
Guy. Let me past.
Did you tell her?
Not here, Guy.
Why'd you do it? I just want to know, was it guilt or was it some long-lost Girl Scout impulse?
She worked it out for herself.
How?
I left a lipstick in your car and she found it. She asked if it was mine.
A lipstick? You caved in over a measly...
She knew. I don't know how. Instinct,
Lipsticks are a dime a dozen. Couldn't you have lied, for God's sake, like any normal person would have done?
No. It would have been cruel.
Oh, I see. You are such a kind and caring person.
Guy.
You got to be cruel to me. You have ruined my life!
You are a spoiled, selfish child. I'm not the only one at fault here. You think I don't feel anything? I feel for Meredith and I feel absolutely terrible. But at least I know I've got no one to blame for this but myself. When are you going to realise it?
My wife and daughter here yet, Kirsten?
Haven't seen them.
Oh, Kirsty, you can take a break now, if you like.
Oh, thank you so much for making my day and unleashing that Lucas woman onto me, Marge.
I just thought you might be able to help her.
No, it's not help she wants, it's a witch hunt.
That poor woman's brother died in here. She's got a right to know what happened. I know we did our best, but doctors aren't always perfect.
Is that so much?
Yes, Dr. McKenna. I mean, how would you feel if it was one of your family, your son or your daughter? You'd want a few answers. In fact, you wouldn't be satisfied until every stone had been well and truly turned.
Hello, darling.
Hi, Dad.
I've got my family conference now, Marge. I'll talk to Caroline Lucas later. Do you happen to have a home phone number?
Here you are.
Come on, Dad, let's go dig up a few skeletons.
Who are you?
Nick Harrison. You've been out to lunch for ages.
Are you an orderly?
Nah. I'm a fan from way back. I love that violin stuff. Great licks.
You've heard my recordings.
All of them. They're choice.
That's very nice. Could you pass me some water?
Sure. Just a sip. Don't want to buff it back up.
No.
I know hospitals. I know the ropes. I've been here.
Oh.
Must be cool doing all those recordings. Jamming with the big names. Must be mega rich.
Afraid not. Classical albums aren't huge sellers. Most of the royalties go back into my studies. I'm just another poor musician scraping a living.
For real?
Well, the only thing of any value that I own is my violin. It's an Amati.
Cool.
Can't wait to get better so I can start playing again. It's everything to me. My whole life.
No, mate, it's on the house. You look like you need it.
It's for the compliment.
Well, it's any consolation, she doesn't look any better.
Meredith.
Yeah, not good.
Do you know what's going on, mate? Is she sick?
Dunno, mate, I'm no expert. Maybe you could pop round, though. Nothing broken can't be fixed.
When you've been bitten by a snake, the last thing you want to see is a viper.
Do you?
I can't help anyone. Not even much use to my clients. I got this guy I'm trying to help, a Vietnam vet. Spent all day phoning around agencies trying to get some help for him. Nobody there. Took me most of the day to realise it was Sunday.
What's the story with your vet?
Oh, it's a bit of a mess. Hearing problems, social problems.
PTSD, that's the fancy name, isn't it?
Yeah.
Any luck with the war pensions grant?
Don't know. Now, how come you know so much about it?
Well, I was there myself.
Where?
Vietnam. Sorry, mate, Judy called.
Sorry, I think I will order something now. Just a white wine.
Dry?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Hello, Jackie. This is amazing, Gina. I mean, it's the 20th century. No one is immune from stress. It's impossible.
I've been vaccinated.
What with? Ah, yes, the love bug.
Caroline?
Stuart, thanks for coming.
It's okay.
I'm sorry if it's a bit of an intrusion, me calling you like this. It's just that your mother said that you were about Miles's closest friend at the time.
I suppose so.
And she also said that you were with him when they brought him into the clinic.
Yeah, why?
I'm just trying to find out a few things about how Miles died.
I thought that would have been pretty obvious.
Look, I know all about the overdose. What I really want to know is what happened at the clinic that night.
I'm not with you.
I want to know if they could have saved Miles's life.
No? Well, they did everything they could.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure there wasn't something else that they could have done?
I don't know, it was all a bit of a blur.
I've spoken to Dr. McKenna. He seems to be very keen to avoid any discussion about the issue.
Yeah?
And everyone else who dealt with Miles, Dr. Warner and Nurse Rayner, is overseas. Conveniently enough. Is there someone else I've missed? Stuart, my brother died. I want to know why.
Carrie Burden. She was the charge nurse. She was there when they brought Miles into the clinic.
Kirsty, if Gina can do this, surely you can.
Yes, but Gina is gullible with a capital Gull. I do not need to be analysed by anyone, Stephen, especially you. Oh, careful. Sorry.
Now you see, Kirsty, violence. Now that's a sure sign of stress.
I've been looking over leave entitlements. You've got a week owing to you.
Oh, great.
So you can have next week off.
I don't want to.
Sorry it's such short notice, but if you don't take it, you'll lose the entitlement.
I've got no money and nowhere to go.
Kirsty, you seem a little stressed out. Look, have you thought about taking a holiday?
Out.
Oh, Michael. How'd counselling go today?
A little less blood on the carpet this time. Good. Oh, Jen, I'm a bit concerned about Meredith.
Oh, yes?
Yeah, apparently she's in some sort of state. I don't know, nervous, whatever, needs some time off. Just wondered if you could pop round with some flowers, chocolates, that sort of thing. Thanks.
Since you're so concerned, why don't you do it yourself?
Felt weird coming back from the airport. The house seemed huge.
At least you've got some space.
Oh, I don't know. Everything was organised around her. I dropped out of all my regular gigs. My lessons were during her sleep. It's like she's left me in the lurch.
Well, I know she appreciates what you do. I mean, she's really concerned for you.
Yeah, but I'm still mad with her. Like, she's so selfish. I mean, what if something happened to her? I might never see her again. It's like playing a game and being sent off in the final minutes.
Thanks.
Yeah, I know, I'm being a pig.
No, you're not. I mean, it's perfectly understandable you should feel like that.
Yeah. What have I got to worry about? I haven't got cancer.
Yeah. Look on the bright side. Enjoy the break.
I think I've forgotten how.
Join the club. I feel pretty sexually retarded myself these days.
Maybe we should limp around together.
We should wear L plates.
Remedial fun seekers.
Oh, great. Where do we start?
Well, this seems like the place.
Can I help you?
Nurse Burton?
Yes?
They said you were in here. I'm Caroline Lucas, Miles Lucas's sister.
Take a seat.
You do remember my brother?
Yes, of course.
I see congratulations are in order.
Twins, double trouble.
That's wonderful. I'm told you can give me some information about the medical circumstances surrounding my brother's death.
Well, it was a long time ago.
I suppose it was for you.
I saw your brother when he was first admitted. I supervised the stomach pump, the washout for the sleeping pills.
But he didn't die from the sleeping pills. It was a toxic reaction to the headache tablets.
Yes, he'd taken them the night before. Oh, but we didn't know that then.
Did anybody bother to ask him?
Ms. Lucas, you always look back at these situations and wonder what else you could have done.
Is that a no?
It was merely a remark about the nature of hindsight.
You didn't ask him, did you? I knew it. I knew he was hiding something.
I'm sorry?
Dr. McKenna. He was shielding someone. It was you, wasn't it?
Miss Lucas, we all felt for your brother. It was a tragic waste, a terrible thing.
Yes, it was. But now I know who's responsible. I can do something about it.
Look, I really don't think...
I'm taking this to the nursing council, Miss Burton. To the police, if necessary. You were negligent in your duties, and you should pay for that. And pay dearly.
Is it you or is it me? Lately I've been lost, it seems. I think a change is what I need. If I'm looking for a chance or a dream, Shortland Street. Taking time to hold my place. Yesterday's another race, just living for the times we've seen. When the writing on the wall says I'll be Shortland Street. If you want to find a way of searching for another world, it's hard to see. Shortland Street.
Shortland Street was made with the help of your broadcasting fee, so you can see more of New Zealand On Air.